So in this series on the economy, the first question we've got to understand in the economy is, where does wealth come from? And to do that, we use a simple example. I've got a person, I'm calling him Coconut Man, and he's stranded on an island and needs to start fending for himself and getting some food. And so on day one, trapped on the island, he uses his resources, which is one person and 1 day, and from that input he achieves an output of 1 coconut. Now the thing is, he needs 3 coconuts per day to survive. So if he keeps on going on like this for a lot of days into the future, what's going to happen to him? Well, of course, he's going to starve and die. So anyway, that doesn't sound very nice. Let's have a look how he goes on day 2. So on day 2, for the same inputs, so it's 1 person for 1 day, he now harvests. He was better on the 2nd day. He's improved his productivity. It took him, for this same input, he's got double the amount out now. He's got 2 coconuts. So he's improved his productivity, because that's input versus output, which is an important thing I want to emphasize. And got 2 coconuts. The thing is though, if he only gets 2 coconuts, what's going to happen to him over a long time? If his next 100 days he only gets 2 coconuts per day and he needs 3 to live, he's going to die. So let's go to day 3. Same inputs, just to make it easy so we can see our productivity. And on day 3 he gets 3 coconuts. So if he only harvests this amount of coconuts forever and ever and amen afterwards, what's going to happen to him? He's going to survive, isn't he? This is his kind of break-even point, or bare minimum. So let's skip on. He's been increasing his productivity. Let's go to day 6. You can probably pick the pattern. Same inputs, but the output's even greater. He gets 6 coconuts. Now this is an interesting day, because he's got a surplus of 3, or if his break-even amount is 3, that's what he has to consume tomorrow, then he's got 3 coconuts spare, or surplus. So on day 7 he could have a day off if he wanted to, because he's already got the food he needs for that day. Or what he can do is, knowing that he's got the food that he needs in the bank, he could go fishing and attempt to catch some fish and diversify his range of things that he consumes. So where wealth comes from is from productivity, ideally improving or increasing. Improving or increasing, leading to surplus, and that gets us what we would consider wealth or value. Wealth or value. But it also gets us a couple of other things that aren't commonly recognised. The same thing gives us our freedoms, like the freedom to have the day off, for instance, and it also helps out with choices, in that we use the example where he could go fishing and expand the range of materials he can consume. So this is the key to where wealth comes from. This is our foundation of everything in our economy.